Hey, John, let's.
You're fine.
Hey, John, could you just do a few notes? Okay.
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 All right. Well, welcome to Summit Center for Spiritual Living on this New Year's Eve morning. And this is where we share universal love through good, universal good through love. I'm sorry. All right. So
I think that works either way.
Yeah. So I'm going to light this candle that happens to have two wicks. Now, the first wick represents spirit, God, creator, whatever you want to call it, all that is. And then I'm going to light the second wick, which represents us as community. Because whenever we gather together, we shine a greater light. And I hope you can see that. It gets a lot brighter in my candle there. So, all right. So, John, if you want to lead us in a song.
All right. See if we can get it up here. Here we are together. Does everybody see that?
It'll come up in a second. It's not there quite there yet.
Really?
It's saying starting to share.
Oh.
So.
Huh. You see it yet?
No. Oh, there it goes.
Huh. Wow, that's I didn't know it took so long. All right. Well, I don't know why can't get my is it blocking part of your view? It is on my screen, but okay. Here we are for being together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for being, for good, for better. Here we
Hello. I think we lost John. Diana.
Yeah, I was getting unmuted. All right. We lost John, but I'm sure he'll be back.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Mike. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Diana.
Yeah, so
greetings.
We missed you on Thursday. It would have been nice to have you.
Yeah. Maybe next time.
That's okay. Not a problem. Well, I know that you only eat certain foods, so you might not have been able to enjoy anyway. So, but
well, no, it's okay. I do go to Aladdin's. I had just had something to eat before Jonathan informed me, so I wasn't really kind of feeling it at the moment. But
gotcha. All right. Well, I'm not quite sure what's going on with John, but I'm sure he will join us here soon. We were just doing our opening song and welcoming people in. And
let me share with individuals. I have on a stole that I bought at the Parliament of World Religions, and it has all the different religions. There's some that are missing now, but that was I was able to I think it was like All Pass seminary there. They were selling them, so I thought I'd wear it for today. So here's
Did
John.
You see Sister Mary?
I saw Sister Mary there. Yes, we crossed paths there. I should give her a call and be sure happy. I have several Sister Mary stories. So
We
Did
lost
I
you, John.
disappear?
You disappeared completely for a few.
My computer. I really need a new computer. I guess it's just. Let me finish it. Here we are for joy together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together for joy, for good, for better. Here we are, here we are.
All right, thank you, John. Here we are. Okay, so today I was just saying this is New Year's Eve morning, and of course that means we're letting go of 2023 and bringing in 2024. So that means that we are going to be doing our bowl burning bowl, whatever. I don't know what one it's supposed to say, but it's the one thing that we do that's Michael,
Ritualistic.
ritualistic. Thank you. I can't get my words out. I apologize. So anyway, so that it's one thing that I like to do every year myself. So Michael will be leading that. But as we before we get started, we're going to go into a time of meditation. So John, if you want to lead us into a
We are light and awareness, love, caring, and art. True peace and beauty are in the heart. Hear the music, feel it ring, sounds of beauty, free to sing. If we agree together, with a peaceful mind, the future will be better as we are wise and kind. Hear the music, feel it ring, sounds of beauty,
as we gather together this New Year's Eve morning, December 31st, 2023, I know that Spirit is in us, through us, and that we agree that the light and love and light, beauty, joy, power, wisdom, abundance, that is Spirit, is present right here. For Spirit, God, the Creator, whatever you want to call that power in us, through us, through this, each and every one of us is in us, surrounds us, it goes through us, it goes around us. And then the light that which is within now spreads each other and out into the world. And knowing that that light is now spreading throughout the world, I recognize and I think and I just declare that first off, our service is magnificent, that the music is beautiful. John, give thanks for John doing I believe in the ceremony today. Grateful for Caroline, grateful for Caroline, Facebook feed, and for those who may find us in the future. Anyways, I just know that they are here. And I'm grateful and thankful for the good that is happening. And that as this time of year, we let go of the things that no longer serve us, that we want to just forget about and just retreat back into the nothingness that we now accept the absolute experience of spirit, of recognizing spirit within us, in us, at us. And as we recognize it, that recognition goes around to others. They recognize it within themselves, and they spread to one another, just as we are spreading to each other. Then anybody we talk with, we meet with, we think about the world. We can change the world. And I just declare for this day that as the new year begins, that peace and love and caring now is in this world, in every country, for every person, that there is. So I give thanks. I give thanks once more for all the good that is happening right here and right now, for the peace that is happening and being restored to the countries that have been more dealing with war. Just know that peace is happening for them. And that anyone that may have a need, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, that need is being met right here, right now. So once again, I give thanks. I truly give thanks for that spirit that is within each and every one of us. And I release my word now that I have spoken. And know that it's already taken care of. So it is, so let it be.
Peaceful, kind awareness, love, caring, and art, true peace and beauty are in the heart. True understanding is in the heart.
Thank you, Jonathan. And as you come back to the room and you open your eyes, please take a moment to look into the camera and to please notice the magnificent each and every one. And to please look at the other side. Feel that. Now that's not a song that you've played a lot lately. That's a beautiful song. I love that. It's very, very nice. I know you have played it before, but not very often. So thank you. All right, so I am now going to turn this over to Reverend Michael for him to do whatever we need to do here.
Well, good. Diana, make sure that your original sound for musicians is on. And yeah, hello there. Happy New Year. Happy New You. How are you? Thank you for joining us this morning. And we're going to do one of the few ritualistic things that we do in New Thought Christianity. So letting go or releasing is an extremely important spiritual principle that all the great masters and sages have told us in one form or the other that we must do to deepen our connection with the all that is within us. So it doesn't matter whether you call it God, spirit, the universe, no matter. Again, the whole idea of letting go, the whole idea of letting go of resentments, letting go of fears, letting go of history. We'll talk about that here in a few moments. So what I'll do here, again, in just a few moments, I'll lead you through a meditation and a ritual that will involve you writing down on a piece of paper what you want to let go from 2023. If you do have flash paper, like I do, I'll teach you how to use that. If you don't, just write it down on a piece of paper, and then I'll show you then how to lovingly dispose of that. So if you have flash paper, I'll show you how to burn it safely, or if you're just writing it down on a piece of paper, I'll at the appropriate time, then I'll just have you then just tear it up into a zillion little pieces and let it go. So excuse me, many, again, New Thought churches, especially in Unity, have used this burning bowl or bowl burning or whatever that you want to call it ceremony, really at the end of the year to clear out and let go all of the events of the year. And again, it's not the events necessarily, but it's our interpretation of the events, whether they were good or whether they were bad, our judgments towards them. Sometimes what we perceive as bad, again, end up to be very good for us. So this annual ceremony that we have here allows us here, gives us all an opportunity to let go and to forgive all the characters, persons, places, things, events, institutions that have made us aware of areas in our consciousness that need to be healed. And as we let go of the emotional attachment to the past here and to embrace the lesson the event contains, we can move on then to deliberately create the 2024 that we want here. And for many, the burning bowl is a wonderful ending to the year past and a great start for the year to come. 2023 has been an interesting year, hasn't it? And I think it's really important, to look on all the wonderful things that have happened this past year. The tendency, unfortunately, of the human brain is to look on all the negative, but again, to be appreciative of all the good stuff that's happened during this past year. This year for me has been also a tremendous year of growth and expansion. So in the past year, of course, there's been some disappointments and so-called setbacks. And again, in our personal lives, we have the choice. We can choose to either let the events or the drama either expand us or contract us. And we can let personal setbacks, whether it be personal or professional, either knock us down permanently or expand us into a future of greater possibility. The decision to be resilient, the decision to get back up again is our decision. That is the decision that we have to make. It is the choice of our thinking. Again, using the power of the will, which is one of the 12 powers of man from Unity tradition. The will is located right in the middle of the forehead. We can choose what next to think. Again, there is no such thing as willpower, but there is us using the will to choose. We can choose. Are the events of our lives either blessings or curses? Thinking makes it so. Again, it's not how many times I get knocked down that's counts. It's how many times I get back up again. And I shake it off and move on to that really counts. Again, it's in my thinking. It's in the choice of my thinking here. So why do we want to let go of past troubles and hurts? I'll let Ernest Holmes explain. This is from page 502 of the Science of Mind textbook. Ernest Holmes wrote this. He says, "It is scientific to consciously let go of our troubles. It is most unwise to hold them." Now, some will say that it is right that we should suffer for past errors, that it is right that we should suffer. Says it is right that we should suffer. We always have done so and will continue to do so until we pay the last farthing. But, and again, this is the big but it says the last farthing is paid when we let go and we trust in the law of good. Okay, so it's not the continuance of karma. It's the continuance again of accepting blessing here. I'll continue. It says, it's impossible for a sane person to believe that God delights in condemning or damning anyone. God is natural goodness and eternal loving kindness and holds nothing against anyone. And I'll include either you or me. The universe holds nothing against us. Can we get that this morning? It says, we suffer so long as we make mistakes. We are healed when we come to the Spirit for that cleansing, which takes away the mistakes of the world, converting them into great lessons and ever pointing the way to truth and beauty, to life, to health, to happiness, and to success. It is scientific, Holmes wrote, for one to consciously let go of his trouble and errors, feeling that they no longer affect them. He has learned the great lesson that false ideas do not pay and is willing and glad to turn them from all the hurt to the great light. And the Spirit, because of its nature of wholeness, is ever ready to take them in its embrace and make them whole again. So we can use deliberately spiritual mind treatment as taught in Centers for Spiritual Living and also in other independent New Thought and also religious science churches, and also affirmations in order our subconscious to erase the internal patterns that is manifesting in the outer negative experience. However, that we must follow a strong denial with a strong intention of what we want in our lives instead. We'll talk about that here in a moment. So the question I have for you here on 123 on 12/31/23, 123 is, are we really ready to release and to let go? And are you really ready to release and let go? And I think a lot of times what blocks us from doing that is from, again, and I learned this from it's called the Sedona method, is that the whole idea of, again, of really just allowing ourselves to feel, and then once we are into the feeling, is to say, are we willing to let that go? Are we really willing just to let that go? And usually that when we are in the feeling, that we are willing to let that go. And my question again to you today is, are we really willing to release the past, whether it was good or not so good, so that we can experience a greater good in our lives? I often relate letting go to the not so good experiences that have happened in the past. And am I willing to release the internal thoughts causing the external drama in my life? I was talking with a friend recently, and they were telling me a string of things that have happened to them over a lifetime. And yeah, they were really not very good. And my question here, again, not to blame, but my question here again to talk about being responsible is to say, well, who was there at all of those experiences? And more than likely is that there was something that happened in their past that, again, that has been interpreted here in the present as, again, of things in the outer world. So if things are like that in your world, where again that things keep happening to you, I strongly suggest that you order the subconscious mind to let go of, and what lesson is there to be learned, so that you don't have to experience that again, that you can experience greater good into your life. Another question is, am I really willing to forgive others and myself, realizing that both are doing the very best that they can in the present moment? And I know for some people that is kind of hard to do. And again, the reason that we don't release from my experience, again, is because that we have not allowed ourselves to feel the sadness or the grief. And sometimes this requires that we get, again, professional help from a counselor or a therapist or someone who is skilled in that to witness that, so that we can really let go of the feelings, so that we can really live in the present moment. So am I willing also to release the good of this year to experience a greater good in our lives? And again, that's from the Sedona method, from the release technique, is that sometimes the good experiences, sometimes that they block our greater good because we want to keep experiencing. We think that the experience in and of itself will produce the good feelings, but again, it's the good feelings that produces the experience. So one of my outcomes here for all of us here in our community here online is for us to use the science of mind and spirit teaching in a greater way this year. And again, when shift happens, and again, I cleaned it up because Hannah told me to watch my cussing. When shift happens, do you get into a reaction mode? Oh God, why is this happening to me, and all that stuff again? Or do you take a deep breath, and as you exhale, does the first thought that comes into your mind is, I really need to take this to prayer? So as we reflect on the past year, our thinking is not only on what we want to improve, but also on the many blessings, again, in our lives this past year. And I know that, again, I was blessed to be able to serve the greater New Thought community by being on the national media team for New Thought Media Network and going to several major conferences this past year, including the Parliament of World Religions, of which I'm wearing the stole from which I purchased it from. And even if it was a tough year, there is some good in it if we look for it. And again, my favorite quote on gratitude, and you probably have heard me say this before, is from the Buddha. It says, let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful. So letting go is good. However, as we know, nature abhors a vacuum. So what happens to a field when you just plow it over and not plant something intentionally? And again, it goes back to weeds or the seeds already in the ground, doesn't it? So again, after letting go of what we don't want, again, we write a letter to the universe or God asking for, and again, the original language is claim or demand what we want for the new year. Now, we're not going to do that because of time today. However, we're going to do something else here. So I really encourage you to write a letter to the universe after we are done here. Take a few moments to do that. And what we're going to do instead, I'll share with you what we're going to do instead here in just a few moments. So again, what you do is you take that letter after you have written it and put it into an envelope. You seal the envelope, put a date on it, not to be opened until July 1st. And then what happens is this, and again, put that in a place where you can, some people put it in their favorite book. I know that some friends of mine put it into their Bible. There's nothing magical about that. But again, that whole idea of, again, of letting go, letting God, and then opening it back up then on July 1st. It amazes people how things and events naturally come to pass just by stating a strong intention and then letting it go. So letting go and letting God is a very important part of the creation process. And it's a step that many people, especially people who call themselves law of attraction students, that they miss. So after we state our intent or request, we are to let go and to let the universe, spirit, God, whatever that you want to call all that is. How it's going to happen is none of our business. It is God's business. Does the farmer, after planting the seed, wonder how it's going to grow? Of course not. They trust that the natural law will take place and the plant will grow. Another way that the master teacher Jesus taught us is to believe that we've already received our request. And again, we go back to gratitude. We can thank God or the universe that we already have by saying, again, thank you, God, for my wealth, my good health, my friends, or whatever that the request is. If there is an intuitive voice that says that you need to go to a certain place or to do a certain action, then go do it. Go do it. And again, this makes the whole idea of goal setting, I think, a lot more tolerable and also a lot more pleasant. Because again, that what we've done is we have set our intention and then we start putting our feet forward to reach that intention rather than trying to force it through, again, willpower or by stress. We have the whole universe supporting us when we set that strong intention. So as we embody our desires as our own, they are ours in reality. And we do that through the light touch of letting go and again of letting God. Denise Coates, in a wonderful book that if you do not have, please go get. It's called Feel It Real. It says to know what you want and then start feeling the feelings of the desire. It's not necessarily the Mercedes. It's not necessarily the Maserati or the fast car. It's not necessarily the thing that we think that we want. It's the feelings behind it. So if we have the feelings of it, what happens? Again, I think one of the things that I really impress upon individuals is this. If you really want your life to move ahead here in 2024, attend this spiritual community or another spiritual community on a regular basis. Many people, again, in spiritual circles, especially the ones who consider themselves spiritual and not religious, they miss this portion of the path. And that portion is that you do not have to walk the path alone. There's other people around you that will encourage you, give you a slight kick in the fanny when you need it. and to lovingly to love you no matter what. So again, make it a point here to make an intention on, again, of attending this community or another community on a regular basis, preferably weekly. And again, the change in your life, again, will be apparent first by other people. A lot of times we don't see our own change. But by attending a community, what you do is you help yourself, you help others with your energy, and also your consciousness. Your consciousness, again, is very, very important. So again, meeting on a regular basis with individuals is important. So we're going to go inside today for a little time of prayer and reflection. And before we do so, a little instruction on how to let go safely. I'm going to have you write on a piece of paper If you want, again, if you have flash paper, please do it. For those people online, you can get this at any magician's or novelty store. It's usually wet to protect the while shipping. So again, that you have to dry it out. But what you're going to do is you're going to write on this little piece of paper what you want to let go of. So because it's small, again, just write 1 or 2 words. Again, that's you don't have to go into your novel here. You can put a lot on this little sheet, believe me. And again, by the way, the paper I'm using is flash paper. It's used by magicians. So what you're going to do then at the end is you're going to safely roll it up. Now, don't ball it. Don't put it in a ball. You're going to safely make it like that, elongate it. And then what you're going to do then is, again, if you have, is touch it to the flame and let it go. It's that simple. When we're in community, what we do is we have a bowl that people can aim towards. But again, I usually just go ahead and throw it in the air. And again, it's important, again, to really let it go. So the paper burns really quick. So again, make sure that it is lit and then let it go. And again, even after writing small, I think, again, you can either write it on the other side, or I think that when we were meeting in community this week, that we gave people, again, an extra sheet of flash paper so that they can go ahead and really let go. All right. So let us turn within, and John, you can play some light music in the background. So I'd like you all to, again, to get peaceful and quiet. And again, just to relax wherever that you're at. Just kind of notice any tension in your body and just allow yourself just to feel it, and then just let it go if you'd like. Just let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. So in a few moments, I'm going to start asking a series of questions. So when you get an answer, then just write 1 or 2 words and what you want to let go of on the piece of paper that is to be burned. So the first question is this: what do I need to release from 2023 to be all that I can be in 2024? What do I need to release from 2023 to be all that I can be in 2024? Write that down. So here's another question for you to consider. Do I have a constant mental pattern of depression, anxiety, fear, or anger that I need to release? Again, don't worry about how it's to be done. Just put it on the paper. Do I have a constant mental pattern of depression, anxiety, fear, or anger that I need to release? Just don't worry about how it's to be done. Just put it down on the paper. Number 3 here is, are there any addictions that I'm having trouble stopping because they harm me or others? And again, don't try to figure it out. Just put it down on the paper. Are there any addictions that I'm having trouble either stopping because they harm me or others? Again, put that down on the paper. So are there any people, places, or conditions that I need to let go of and release from the past year? Am I holding anger towards anyone or anything? And again, How is none of your business. Just put it down on the paper. Are there any people, places, or conditions that I need to let go of and release from the past year? Am I holding anger towards anyone or anything? Again, put it down on the paper. So are there any constant patterns of beliefs that need to be let go of, like lack or poverty? How about a pattern of ill health? And this is not about judgment. This is about releasing and letting go and healing. And are there any mental patterns of depression or victimhood that you can let go of? Are there any patterns of depression or victimhood that you can let go of? Just put it down on the piece of paper. Another question here is, who would you like to forgive but can't on some level? Who would you like to forgive but again on some level that you feel that you can't? Again, be willing to now place their name on the paper and give them over to the universe to forgive. So ask your inner light if there's anything else that you need to let go of. Listen to that response and then just put it on the paper. All right, you're doing very well. So before we let go and we burn it or tear it up into a zillion pieces, even if you're watching at home and you don't have flash paper, again, you're encouraged to, again, when we're ready to let go, it's just to tear it up into a zillion pieces. So that's one way of letting go. What I want you to do before you do that is I want you to place your paper in your hand. There you go. And I want you to release any negative emotion into the paper that you would like to let go of. Is there any patterns of, again, of sadness or anger that you would like to let go of? This piece of paper can free you here. So again, just concentrate your energies and just put that anger, that resentment, that fear, whatever that you're experiencing on a regular basis, just place that in the paper energetically. All right. So we let that go so we can experience the good in our lives. So now, as we normally, if we were in person, I'd have you come up and burn it. But what I'd like you to do is, again, just listen safely. Either get your lighter out, or I have a candle lit. And when you're ready, is just to let it go. Just put it to the flame like I showed you, and then just let it go. Again, remember to release it and let it go. And then again, to let the universe have it. So as you do that, just listen to John as he plays softly in the background. Okay. How's that feel? Huh? I feel lighter, a lot better. So what we're going to do now is I encourage you to write a letter to the universe later on. But what I'd like you to do instead now is to, again, if you have a piece of paper close or something that you can write on, what I would like you to do now is to write on it a positive keywords or words that you are going to use to focus on in 2024. And again, this is something that again that comes from within. So what is a good focus word, a good positive focus word that you can use during, or words that you can use during 2024? And just again, 1 to 3 words, and just put it down on the paper. All right. My words are trust and also to be deliberate. So again, your words don't have to be my words, but again, so put that up somewhere, put that on a sticky note, and put that up somewhere where you can see that on a daily basis. All right. All right. So now, before we conclude here, let's pray. So thank you, blessed Spirit, Esme, for all the healing that has taken place. And again, personally, I just feel so much lighter. And again, I now allow your voice that's as me, in me, and through me to guide me and protect me during this next coming year. I now allow myself to be prospered and blessed in this new year. I now allow myself to be healthy and whole. I now allow myself to be loving and loved. And I now allow that peace that passes all understanding to be in my heart and in my life always. Thank you, Spirit, as me. So it is. And so I let it be. Amen. And when you are ready, open your eyes. If you'd like to join us back for a brief discussion, that would be great.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Yes, I feel much lighter myself now. And it was fun letting I just put it in my candle, into the flame of the candle, and it just all just kind of, I didn't try to throw it or anything. It just kind of filled up the jar that it was in, and it was full. So, thank you. Is there any other questions or comments? Okay.
Good thing to do.
I'm sorry, John, go ahead.
It's a good thing to do, and we've been doing it a long time, and it's a good thing every time.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And again, that I encourage again that like what I did. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year. Well, what I did was I said, you know what? I have extra pieces of paper, extra pieces of flash paper. So for a while, for the beginning of the year, I just went ahead and spent some time each and every day, and I let go. And so that made a huge difference, especially for the beginning of the year. So again, flash paper is really again pretty easy to go get, and again, it's probably the safest way to burn inside if you are going to do it inside. Another way of doing it again is to go outside and to like many people have done, and they've just burned it on the sidewalk or on the concrete. And again, the word safely is the word that I always want to use here. So, but there's something to that, something to letting go. And again, that the practice of letting go again is, I liken it again to like confession in the Catholic Church and other traditions. Is again, you just let it go, and allow yourself again to experience good. All right.
Okay, well, let's do a quick moment of an opportunity to give. So,
Will I do a song?
oh,
I have
go
one
ahead.
available.
Yeah, go ahead. I
Okay.
don't know what I was thinking. Go ahead.
This are the song I do annually at this event, which is called Knowing.
Okay, great.
The sun may shine tomorrow. A better day is coming soon. While the shadows linger, we will dance by the light of the moon. We will bind our fears into a bundle, then cast it on into the flame. The time has come for knowing. The truth has always been the same. The door is opening so slowly. It is hard to notice it so slow. Bit by bit, it is moving. We can listen through the crack for more to know. We will bind our fears to a bundle, then cast it on into the flame. The time has come for knowing. The truth has always been the same. As life's power travels, if we are aware, we'll feel the song. We do not know the hour of knowing, though we may know before long. We will bind our fears into a bundle, then cast it on on into the flame. The time has come for knowing what truth will always be the same.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. And I mean, thank you. I should have remembered that. I like that song too. So, anyways, okay. So, let's do a quick moment to give people opportunity to give. So, there are a couple ways you can give through Zelle, and you would go to sscofakron@gmail.com. That's sscofakron@gmail.com, and you can give that way online directly, or you can send a check to with the word summit on there somewhere, saying to 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio 44310. So, so as we either symbolically or actually take our gifts in our hand, right top over left, and just know with me that all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive is blessed in a very special way. That it goes to the work of Summit Center for Spiritual Living and for the betterment of the world and each and every one of us. So it's amen. Okay. Um, so we have time for announcements. So no good. We're gonna go ahead, John.
Do you want me to do good and more?
Oh, good and more good. Oh my goodness. Do good and more good. Oh my goodness.
Good and more good is mine, and ever increasing good is mine. Unlimited, infinite good is mine. Wherever I go, I see good. Whatever I do, I feel oh so good. I'm worthy and entitled to good and more good. Good crowds itself upon us, wraps itself around us. Give ourselves permission to accept more good, express more good. Oh, good, more good is ours, and ever increasing good is ours. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is.
Thank you. Yeah, John or Michael was yelling at me in the background as well, telling me to do good and more good. Thank you. Okay, so announcements. I do have we start our series next week, where we go over the foundations basically, or the basics of the science of mind by going through the science of mind introduction. There are 4 chapters, you can say, of the introduction, and the thing itself, Carol Ann will be doing next week. I know Michael will do the 4th week, which is how to use it. And then John, we just have to decide which one you want to do.
Well, I have been doing what it does.
What it does. Okay, perfect. So I'll do the way it works. So
Is that the second week? What it does?
no, what it does is the 3rd week.
3rd week. Okay.
Okay. So the thing itself, Carol Ann, the way it works, myself, what it does will be Jonathan, and how to use it is Michael. And so, okay. And any other announcements?
YesWise.com. I've been putting up my little video blogs there, vlogs, I believe you call them.
Okay.
I still have
NT Media.
my Christmas songs up if you want to hear those.
ntmedia.org. Just go on our Facebook page, Summit Center for Spiritual Living, our Facebook page, or to go on New Thought Media Network's YouTube page. There all my stuff is. And had a great guest on Friday evening with Prince Fleet Easton, entertainer, and also from Akron, Ohio. And so the Prince was on. So we had a good time with him. So Great show on Friday evening. So, but again, if you missed it, not a big deal. Just go on YouTube and again, just type in Friday's Fireside Chat and you'll find it.
And yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody that could be there on Thursday. We had a wonderful meal and a wonderful time, I thought. It was really great just to see everybody in person that could be there. So thank you all for being there. So, all right. So let's do our moment of silence. And I'm going to ring the bell. And this is where I want you to bring into mind, into thought, into your prayer, anyone that may need some healing, whether it be yourself, family member, a friend, or the world. But we just know that whatever it is, that healing is happening right here and right now. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
All right, we have a closing song that we traditionally do at this juncture. If I can get the screen share to work here. Hopefully it won't bow out on me this time. I don't know. Is it up there? Can you see
It's slowly
the
coming.
words yet?
It's saying
Slowly
it.
coming.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's very strange stuff.
You know, it usually just takes it a moment and then it pops up all of a sudden. There it is.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot in days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne will take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. We two have run about the braes and put the goings fine. We've wandered many a weary foot, sing old lang syne. Sing old lang syne, my dear, sing old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness for many a weary foot, sing old lang syne. We two have sported in the burn frae morning sun till dine, but seas between us great have roared, sing old lang syne. Sing old lang syne, my dear, sing old lang syne, but seas between us great have roared, sing old lang syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
Thank you, Jonathan. I just want to know what some of the wording means.
Well, they're like contractions. Like we too have run about the braes, which I believe are the hills. I'm not sure, and put the goings fine. I'm not sure what goings are. We should look that up. And the other one is we too have sported in the burn. I don't know, fray until I guess. So,
It's like Middle English or something.
yeah, well, it's Scottish. The
Scottish.
Scottish contractions. Words by Robert Burns. You might notice there.
Right. But even old lang syne, what does that mean exactly? Of old something, all the
Old friendship, I believe.
old friendship. Okay, all right. Well,
Getting together, that sort of thing.
okay. Well, that does conclude our ceremony for today, our service for today. So Hannah, you can